Hey guys, welcome back. Happy Monday. I hope you all had an amazing weekend. I know Saturday ended up being a beautiful day, so hopefully you guys had a chance to enjoy that weather a little bit. I know I was able to get out and do my workout in my backyard, which was a nice change, and I even went for a little bit of a walk around my neighborhood. Of course, social distancing, so hopefully you guys were able to do a little bit of the same and just enjoy that sunshine and that warmth. I think it was a nice change up from the way the weather has been lately, so that was pretty great. All right, let's get into our Today in History. So today in history, April 6th, 1896, the Olympic Games, a long-lost tradition of ancient Greece, are reborn in Athens 1500 years after being banned by Roman Emperor Theodosius I. The Athens Games included athletes from 13 nations. Right, so obviously the Olympic Games are a tradition that still exists today, including many more athletes from many more nations. But it originally started in ancient Greece, of course stopped for a period of time, and then Greece started it up again. If any of you have ever get the chance to go to Greece or have been there, hopefully you will or did visit the Olympic Stadium. I know I went, I think it's 3 summers ago now. I was in Greece and Italy, and when I was in Greece I was able to stop by the Olympic Stadium, and that was a pretty cool experience to think of the amount of history that's there and to be able to actually see that myself. Of course, a history nerd at heart, always. Alright, so let's get into today. We do have something a little fun before we start, and that is, oops, sorry everyone, we have a belated birthday. So I hope maybe if you have his number, right, maybe email him, text him, something. It was Joe Arbitello's birthday on the 4th, which was Saturday, so happy belated birthday, Joe. I hope you had an awesome day. I'm glad the sun came out for you a little bit, and don't worry, fun dip and a birthday pencil will be in your future. Happy belated birthday, bud. All right, so let's recap a little bit from Friday. So on Friday, you guys read a little bit about the story of Emmett Till and the experiences that he had being an African American who lived in the North and went down South to visit family, right? And we've spoken about how in the North, African Americans had a lot more equality and freedom. Were things perfect? Absolutely not, right? The North had a ways to go as well, but in the South it was much different, and he didn't really understand that, and because of some actions that he took, you guys learned about the chain of events that followed. I don't want to give anything away in case some of you haven't done this lesson yet. Right, but you read a little bit about it, and then you needed to answer the questions that followed. Hopefully you answered them in a different color ink than the one that I asked the questions in, so something other than black. And then I also posted that video for you to watch if you wanted to. Right, again, remember it was not required, it was just something a little extra, and then you had a question of the day that you needed to answer, so please make sure that you got, right, definitely this and the question done for sure, and then the video was optional. Right, so for today, we are going to obviously continue on with our civil rights movement unit. So here we are going to talk about the different forms of protest that were used during the civil rights movement. We talked about how when people recognize things that are wrong in society, there is obviously a push to change those things. And there are different ways that you can bring awareness to a problem, and protesting is one of the most commonly and most successfully used ways of bringing attention and awareness to an inequality or a wrongdoing in society. So here you guys are going to read about different protests that took place during the civil rights movement, and you have to pick what type of protest is it. So here, how do African Americans plan to gain equal rights? Right, so it says in the organizer below, on the right, identify the form of protest being displayed in the source. And here you have 4 options, right? You have a boycott, a march, a riot, and a sit-in. Right? And you are, after reading through all the sources, going to decide which one of those types of protest do you think best fits what was represented in that source, right? You're only going to use each form of protest once, so keep that in mind. And then in selecting it, you can just go ahead and either like turn the font into a different color or highlight it, whatever's easiest for you. Just make sure that you pick a form of protest. Right? And then you have to tell me, is this an effective form of protest or not? Meaning, is it going to bring awareness to the issue, and is it going to hopefully cause change to happen, right? Is it going to bring support behind the movement, right? The civil rights movement, obviously. So please, please, please keep that in mind when we're talking about effectiveness. Is it going to successfully help bring about support and cause change? Those two things have to happen. All right, and then explain to me, why do you think that? All right, what about the evidence in the source tells me that yes, it's going to help gain support and it's going to help cause change? All right, so you have 4 of those, all 4 of them go along with those 4 sources. Right, and then down here you do have an exit card, pretty straightforward. It's an opinion question, so there is really no right or wrong answer. It says, if you are living during this time period, which method of protest would you follow and why? So just say, I would choose a march, and then why would you choose that form of protest, right? Why do you think that one was better than the others? And don't just tell me because I think it's better. Why is it better? Right? Give me some sort of evidence to explain. All right, and then last thing that you guys have here is the question of the day for today. I'm not going to show it to you just yet because I don't want to give anything away. All right, so that is everything. I hope you guys had an awesome weekend, like I said, right? I'm recording this on Sunday night, so I'm going to go and finish up what I'm calling my self-care Sunday. We'll do a little face mask, have a cup of tea, and watch Onward on Disney+. So hopefully you guys treated yourself a little bit, you know, a little escape from the craziness that is school right now. Right, so enjoy your day, and please, please, please remember to reach out to me if you have any questions, right? And as always, stay safe and make good choices. Bye, guys.